gonna be a good day. Yeah, set your
March is where we level up. Tuesdays and Thursdays, live at 5 p.m. Pacific. Ash Knows Travel.
Let's go.
Get ready to log in and change the travel industry. Welcome to Ash Knows Travel. The future of travel has arrived. Let's get started.
Let's go. I wake up to a little.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Ash and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors book smarter and build confidence. And tonight's training is called 5 Ways Travel Agents Get Paid That No One Talks About. And we are going to pull back the curtain all the way, okay? Most people think that travel agents only get paid one way. They only hear about the commissions, but there are income streams and opportunities that aren't always discussed openly. And tonight we're going to break that down and get an understanding that these can completely shift how you look at your business and your potential. So if you are live here, go ahead and drop a hello in the chat so that I know that you are with me, and you happen to catch this on a replay, go ahead and comment replay so that I know that you stopped by. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, tonight is all about awareness, strategy, and just thinking of the bigger picture, okay? I want you guys to understand all of the different ways that you guys can build income as a travel advisor. So we're gonna break it down. All right. Now, of course, before I get started, I do want you guys to just know exactly what I'm doing for the next month. Since it's the beginning of the month, I just want to kind of get you guys into the groove. So starting next Tuesday, I will be doing a commission breakdown. Yes. On that commission breakdown, we're going to talk about how to stop leaving money on the table. There are so many different ways you guys can get commission and get rewards and just different things that we can tap into. So I'm going to talk about that on Tuesday. Okay. But for tonight, we're going to talk about all things other than commission. Okay. We're going to talk about all the extra fancy stuff. But following on, we're going to also talk about AI commercials next Thursday. And then the week after that, we're going to talk about 4 systems every travel advisor needs to grow their business. We're also going to do a Vax Vacation full access walkthrough. Okay. I'm going to talk all things Vax, even like how to book flights only on Vax, because I feel like nobody knows that. So we're going to talk about that too. I'm going to cover one of my favorite trainings. Everything is a funnel, so you guys can kind of understand what you're doing each day and how it kind of falls in together, and then how to piece it together too. And then we're going to talk about AI again and how I use it on the daily. And then we're going to finish the month with a live travel Q&A. Okay. Now, I also am going to be doing a training tomorrow on corporate Zoom with Evolution. I'm going to be doing what social media platform to use and why. So if you are with Evolution Archer, catch me on corporate Zoom at 5 p.m. Pacific tomorrow night. Okay. Friday. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Now, before I dive into all of the different ways that we can make income, okay, I always want to fall back to the original one because that is the main focus, okay? Now, with this, we're going to learn about layers that we can add into it. But before I start, I have to cover the obvious one because this is where it all lays down. Like, this is the core of it. You have to understand that supplier commission is the core of being a travel advisor because it's going to help you build on these other layers, okay? So your obvious job, your obvious role here, okay, is you book cruises, resorts, tours, packages, whatever your niche pertains. That is what we do, yes? We earn a percentage of that from the supplier. Archer pays us, or we do the Evo Plus whole booking, however you want to do it, okay? That is the foundation of what we do, okay? Now I'm going to add on other layers to it. Now, when I cover these, I'm not saying you have to go out and do them, okay? But I just want you guys to understand that there's more than one layer, and that's probably the most beautiful part about being a travel advisor. There are so many different ways that we can make income, and I want to talk about the ones that people are doing behind scenes, but they don't talk about it, okay? So, first one, the biggest one that people don't know about, and you don't learn about this until you are an experienced advisor and you book so many times with a vendor, you tend to discover their platforms where they give us extra stuff, okay? But most of our vendors, and even the big ones like Vax, Vacation Express, there's a lot of them like that go directly to. But Vax, if you go on there on their main page, it'll talk about this in general, okay? They will have throughout the months and throughout certain vendors, like their peak times when they have like the extra volume, okay? They will have volume incentive and commission tiers. So before I go and start automatically suggesting, this is the main mistake people do. Before I start going and suggesting different types of resorts, okay? We always want to think about what's best for the client, what's best for them, okay? Let's start thinking about ourselves here, okay? Why am I suggesting like some El Dorado random kind of place, okay, when the Rio has an extra 20% commission for the month, okay? That's what I'm referring to. Now, I'll see if I can find it for you real quick. This was totally not planned, but you know what? It's so easy to find that I just feel silly if I don't show it to you. So hold on, let me log into my Vax real quick. Oopsies. All right, right here. It's always right here. Look, Temptations is already in there for me because they know I'd be booking it. But they have these deals right here, like all teens included. And then if they have extra commission, it'll be in here too. Complimentary land package offer. Save up to 52% plus $200 night resort credits, right? What else do we have? Pregnant. Okay. I'm trying to find the ones where it has the extra commission on it. They have it all inside here. 30% off to up to 50%, a free night. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying all of this, look, up to $300 plus double cash for you. What else do we have it? Extra commission. You see how it's all lied in here, but it's like secret. Like this is Oasis. Okay. I don't need to be out here just recommending random resorts because people, it'll benefit them. I also need to consider myself. And experienced advisors do this, and we will go in here and we will look up what specific kind of resort deals we have before we even start offering them. Okay. Because like if I were to do this one right here with Oasis, first of all, Oasis automatically slaps as a resort. I tell you right now, Oasis, they used to have a thing back in the day. Okay. Don't hold me to it. It may have changed. But if you guys go get certified with them, they got a lot of cool perks and they give us some complimentary stays in there. So check out Oasis, okay? But you could get certified with them. I think it's Travel Academy or Travel Agent Academy, something like that. You have to look it up, okay? But regardless, Oasis, perfect. I suggest that. Do you see how it has ultimate spring break? So if we were to be doing this during April, $200 instant savings plus 40% off plus extra commission, okay? That is where I'm getting to. A lot of our vendors have this. Even inside of like, if you go directly to them, a lot of them will have that too. I've seen sandals have extra commission opportunities. And then, okay, they take it even further than that. That's not as deep as it goes. It goes even further. Once you start booking more and you book more with a certain type of vendor, for example, with Vacation Express, if you book a lot, they bring you to a higher tier. Even, what is that other one? Oh gosh, it's on the top of my head. I'm gonna have to pull up all of our different vendors that we have in order to do this training. Yeah, there's so many vendors. There's one that I like in particular that's gonna drive me crazy until I find it. One second. Pulled up the Travel Cafe, so I don't have to think about it on the top of my head. Yes. Okay. The oh wow, I just noticed in the back office they have, it says sold out for the commission convention. Yeah, the convention is sold out. Wow, that's crazy. 10-year anniversary. We're about to party it down. Okay, so let me give you some other examples. Barcelo Pro, they have higher commission tiers after you book so long. Beds Online also does that. That one that I was really looking for that's going to drive me crazy. Um, Exotica also does something like that. Downtown Travel, Europe Express, Vax. I've already kind of showed you guys that one. A lot of the cruise lines, after you start booking more, they will have certain things that they give you too. And cruises too, if you do groups, we'll get into that. But there was one specific room res. Oh man, that was going to drive me crazy. A lot of us don't use room res, but guys, if you book enough through room res, they have higher tiers and they pay more commission as you go. Okay, so take a look at them. But a lot of the vendors do this, and they do it so that we kind of have that incentive to book more. Okay, so once you start doing that, you guys can unlock higher commission tiers. They also have bonus commission promotions. That's what I showed you in Vax. And then another one that a lot of us don't know about, especially if you book a lot of cruises, guys. CLIA has added commission structures too, that if you get your own CLIA card and then you put in the number, it'll give you extra commission with certain cruise lines. So I want to throw that out there because a lot of people don't know this. So it's important you know it, okay? And they have enrollment for CLIA right now, so you guys can go in there and get it. But what I'm trying to get to is that what a lot of people actually don't know is that the more consistent you are with booking the same vendors over and over, the stronger your earning percentage can become. Now, it's not going to be the same for every supplier, but regardless, most of our suppliers have some type of incentive inside of them. So, even on Vax, okay? Vax, they have it to where after you book so much with them, they have it where they give you the rewards program and it brings you to higher tiers for the rewards. So regardless of where you're booking, as long as you're using the same vendor, it'll have incentives built inside of it. Okay. Now, other ways that they're making commission. Even if you're not making commission, you can save money, right? So those are important too. Now, this one, a lot of people, I've been talking a lot about groups lately. So I feel like a lot of you guys should be more confident in groups. If you need more information on how to book them, check out my other trainings. You don't even have to check out my trainings. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this or not, but if you go to ashknowstravel.com and then you click on training videos, like right here, and then if you just type in my training, let's just say groups, because I just talked about it, okay? Type in group on my training video part and it tells you everything I have for groups, group flights, group hotels. I just did this one, how to market groups. I have a lot of them. Resort groups, whatever your heart desires. Group trips made easy. I mean, we cover a lot. Okay. So you guys can find them in here. But the reason I say that is because a lot of you will come to me and you'll watch one of my trainings and then you want like something else. Okay. If you want group training, then that's just go to my website, hit training videos, search it, you can find it, okay? But one way that people make a lot of income as travel agents is group contracts and tour conductor credits, okay? And group they change the income structure when you start booking groups and you start seeing that income potential, it'll absolutely want to make you want to book more, okay? But with group bookings, you guys can earn several ways. A lot of the times, if you unlock so many tour conductor credits, you can start earning bonus commission, and some of them have groups with promotional bonus commissions inside of them. You also get tour conductor credits. Those tour conductor credits, they can be used as like different types of commission. They can be broken up in between the cabins to make the rates lower. They have a lot of good benefits, okay? On top of that, they also a lot of the times will offer amenity points. Now, amenity points can be more with resorts and also with cruises, okay? Like they have certain different structures. So, for example, if you do a group contract with Dreams or Secrets, you get a lot of different opportunities open up as more rooms get booked. They'll give you like a cocktail hour, they'll give you commission on excursions, different packages, and stuff like that, right? So it's a little different for resorts when it comes to actual cruises. But with cruises, you can get amenity points with certain group cruises. Not all of them, certain. And then only certain vendors have it, okay? But when they do, they get amenity points and you can actually get extra commission with those. And also, you can do free berths, which is where you book 8 cabins, you get a free room. And you guys can kind of earn that way too. So you might not be automatically earning money, okay, but you can get a free cabin. That works too, right? But one contract can produce multiple earning layers. Because think of it like this, especially for a group. All right, if I booked a group cruise, that means they're all going to need excursions. I can use venture shores or group excursions for that if I wanted to make income. Then they all need insurance, right? Now, typically we could book travel insurance through the vendor, and Virgin Voyages will give us commission, but the other ones don't. But if I wanted to, I could also do Tin Lake. They have a cruise insurance policy as well. Okay, that's another way I can make commission. Then we have it to where we're starting making the bonus commission for the rooms, and we got the free berth. That's like 5 different ways you guys can make income right there, right? That is what I'm trying to get to. Then you have to understand it's on a group size. So that's going to automatically raise the price too. Right? Now, these are just examples, not something you have to do, but I want you guys to open up your ability to see the different options of income that you guys can make. Okay? Now, continuing. This is one that you guys know about, but you always just skip it. I don't know why you always want to skip it, but it's there and you guys need to learn how to use it. Don't be afraid of it. I actually just met a bunch of you, okay, on Sunday, Saturday. I didn't meet you on Sunday. Met you all on Saturday, and you guys all were talking about Evo Plus. And one of the things that they said is that they were afraid to how to talk about it. And I have a training on there, and you can find it on my website, okay? But don't be afraid of Evo Plus. And also note that Evo Plus isn't our only wholesale access that we have, okay? One thing that is a great way for you guys to develop into income is understanding your wholesale pricing access that you have, and that how some of our platforms have different pricing models to where we can go in and just add extra commission, okay? So, for example, we all know Evo Plus, but certain consolidators like Centrav.com is a consolidator for flights. That consolidator doesn't have income tacked into it, so I can get paid to book flights through there. Expedia doesn't have income tacked into it, so we can add income into it, right? There's certain direct supplier programs. I'll give you an example. Tickets at Work, you can use them sometimes, but their customer service sucks. So I don't always recommend it. But Evo Rewards is a direct supplier program. I don't know, there's more out there. But understand that there's still ways for you guys to make money regardless of what platform. It doesn't always have to be a regular booking. Some platforms we have the ability to do wholesale pricing. If we do wholesale pricing, what happens? We add the commission on the outside, right? And then we get paid that instantly. Now, I have a whole training on this, okay? And I talk about it as a wholesale pricing fee, and that eliminates any issue I've ever had. Anybody's ever asked me, which I've only ever had one person ask me how I do this, but when they see the wholesale pricing fee, that's my commission. And if they ask me, how did you get that price? Or I'd say, hey, in order for me to get this price, you guys have to pay the wholesale processing fee. That's just how it works. That's it. That's that confidence. I talked about that on Tuesday. But that is a great way for you guys to start making instant money. I call it pizza money because when I get paid that, it's normally what I use to buy pizza that night. Okay. But this can allow built-in margin, gives you guys competitive flexibility and strategic pricing structure so that you don't always have to do the same thing over and over. Okay. Understanding pricing changes your strategy. So I'm going to give you a way I do this to break it down in Ash terms. Okay. How does Ash do this? So when I get an inquiry, I automatically see the part where it says if they want to do a deposit. If they have the ability to pay in full, then I will go do wholesale pricing because there's no reason we should be paying full price on something that somebody can just pay like automatically up front. The only time I want to do full pricing is if I know they need to do a deposit. Then I need to go to Vax or Vacation Express, right? But for me, if I can tell that they have the full amount, then I'm going to go check real quick and see how much cheaper it is for me to do it wholesale. That's how I do that. Okay. If I have somebody that comes to me and wants to do flights only, depends. If I really see like it's something I can work with, then I will use my time. If not, then I typically don't book flights only. That's just Ash. Okay. You could book whatever you want. I don't care. But if it's international flights specifically, I know there's money to be made there. So I will use my consolidators like Centrav or Evo Rewards. I don't really use Tickets at Work anymore, but sometimes I open it up to it if I want to check the price. But I'll use my consolidators. Even Vacation Express has a flight consolidator inside of it. But I will use my consolidators like even Downtown Travel, whatever that is, and then I'll add my fee to charge them for me doing the work. Okay. So that is how I use that, and that's how a lot of people use it. But what I want you to understand is that it's an option. It doesn't have to always be just that direct part, and you guys have to remove that barrier of being afraid to use this, because this is a great way to make income. Okay, this was the way that I started when I first started making income here. I did that first, so that way I can have income come in automatically, and then as I built into it, I started doing my, like, where I do my marketing only 3 months out. That's how I do that. Okay. But I did instant to fulfill that need to start making money right away, because with instant income, we can do hotels and flights. And that's the most common thing that people booked. So I just started talking to people that I knew were flying all the time. That's what I did. All right. Now, next one we talk about team building and leadership income. Okay. If you mentor and build a team, income can also come from shared commission structures, leadership incentives, and production based bonuses. But this requires training, support, and leadership. Okay. It's not passive, it is a responsibility. I want to put that out there, because you don't want to start bringing on people. I'm going to tell you, it's a waste of an agent if you bring them on and then you don't help them at all. You just hurt yourself, because there's a lot of income that can come from team building. Now, a lot of you guys don't want to do this. That's okay. I don't care if you want to or you don't want to. Okay. But we don't talk about it anymore. We've stopped talking about team building. And I feel like if a lot of us knew about it, then it would take some pressure off of us. So I'm going to share it. Okay. For team building, one of my favorite things about it is if you bring 6 people on, you get rid of the monthly that we have. Okay. That's very important to understand. A lot of us struggle because we have to pay each month. And if that's a struggle for you, then eliminate it. That's how you can get rid of it. You have a problem, there's a solution. Okay. But if you teach these people, okay, or just send them to me and I'll teach them. No, just kidding. If you teach these people and you get them set up, okay, and they start attending training and they start making income, okay, you guys have the ability to make passive income with that. Okay. Every time one of my agents book, okay, I have about 70 underneath me right now. And every time one of them book, I get paid 10% commission. And after they get established for so long, I mean, think about it. How often do we actually talk to our mentor? Some of us talk a lot, some of us don't. That's just how it works, right? Not every agent is the same. So it kind of seemed silly to me at that point not to do this. I was like, okay, first of all, I want to eliminate my monthly fee. I have not paid a monthly fee since I was my second month in. I immediately, as soon as I saw that, I got rid of that problem. That is how a leader handles things. Okay, we get rid of problems. I didn't want that monthly fee. I got rid of it. There it is. Okay, but then I realized, okay, maybe if I just train them, right? And actually, all of my agents that have been here have roughly been here for at least a year and a half. So I'm at that part now in leadership where I can tell you they book and I get 10% commission and I don't have to really do much because they're pretty established. Okay. So there is a lot that can come from that. And once you hit gold for us here at Evolution Archer, you guys have $1,000 automatically coming in, and then it builds up to 3,500 and etc. and up and under, right? So you guys have those incentives that can come in from just helping other people kickstart their business. Now, you don't have to go out there and start, getting on job boards and all of that. Maybe that's not your role. Maybe that's not what you want to do. But if you have somebody and you have the ability to just show them the way, go ahead and bring them on so they can start making you extra money. I don't understand it. All right. Now, that's all I got for that one. Okay. Next one, affiliate and direct booking links. This is one that nobody talks about it, but if you do it enough, it can actually bring in some real income. Okay. Income can also come from travel insurance, can come from excursion, event tickets, baby gear, and then we have a lot of co-brand cruise and resort links that also can bring in income, okay? Now, you will always hear me talk about affiliate links in a sense of they support your service. It does not replace it, because that is one of the most common misconceptions for us. When we start doing affiliate links, we're just like, oh, they just take it and they book it and we don't have to help them. No, that's not what it does. Okay. It's there to, I had a book, sorry. It's there to support your service. Okay. Now, the most important thing that you guys have to understand this is how you position it. A lot of us like to post things and then just drop the links at the bottom, and that can work very well. But if you position it before, during, and after the booking, you get it closed a lot easier because they're already booking. So that's what I mean by it supporting your process. A lot of us travel agents, we don't talk about this, but we throw it in there. I throw it in there. As soon as I start closing a booking, here's my 10 leg. Okay. All right, I closed the booking. You need something to do while you're there. Here's my excursions. Also, there's a couple of events happening in that area. Here's this. Oh, you're bringing your kids? That's great. Here's a baby gear option so you guys don't have to bring your strollers with you. Boom. Also, at the resort, they have several different things that you can add on. Boom. Like, there's several different ways that we could do this, okay? You have to position it correctly, and I think that's one thing that nobody ever talks about. Now, next one. This one's like people are afraid to do, but experienced advisors are doing it, okay? Listen, we do a lot as travel advisors, and there is a lot that goes into it, yes. But the most important thing is that we always have to remember to get paid for it, okay? Experienced advisors may also charge for research, custom itineraries, complex international trips, and group coordination. This is something that you will never hear anybody openly tell you, especially if you ask them. If you ask me, what do I charge somebody? I don't know. It depends on the group. It depends on what I'm doing. It depends on how much work I have to put into it, okay? Time and expertise have value. So how much do you value your time? And that's how much I want you to charge them, okay? Professional services deserve professional pay. So if I'm doing all of the research for you, you need to pay me for it, okay? Now, if it's a typical booking, we don't have to spend too much time researching it, right? We just get it set up. We do ChatGPT in a little bit, get it processed, get the quote out, boom, done. But if I'm doing a severe research for your Europe trip, you're going to pay me for it, okay? If I'm building you a custom itinerary and it's not something I can just slip in this that Septra vacations and I have to actually plan it out, I'm going to get paid for it, all right? Complex international trips, absolutely. I always tell that story about that time that lady wanted me to build her a Europe trip, and it was a multi organ. I think they came from different places, multi-air organization, or ay, Dios mío, multiple air fare, okay? And then also it had two different locations. It took me about 4 hours to build it in Vax. After the second time of me building it and she wanted to add somebody else, I said, listen, I would love to do this for you, but I'm gonna need you to pay me because this is too much work. It takes me about 4 hours to do that. As soon as I said that, she goes, you know what? This is perfect. You actually don't have to do it. We can book this. Okay, thank you. Right? Because this was a service. That was something that I was doing. That's something I learned from experience. Do not just get not paid for it. Get paid for what you do. Okay. Now, another one that we don't talk about, but we're all secretly low key doing it. Okay. Platform monetization. And a lot of you guys see me and you all think that you can't do what I'm doing because I'm a trainer. But why don't you guys ever just take this and do it for travel? I don't understand why you guys can't teach people about travel. So, if you can build authority online, regardless of what platform you use, even if it's TikTok, teach them on TikTok for all I care, okay? Income can also come from monetization. I put YouTube because they pay the best. TikTok sucks at paying. Facebook, you have to post a lot to get paid a lot, but YouTube is they pay the highest. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Affiliate blog links automatically can start generating income, especially if you keep linking them back. That can work. Sponsored collaborations. I've had quite a few of them. A lot of the resorts like to collaborate. If you talk about them a lot, they like that. Also, social media payouts. It's not the same as monetization. Monetization is something that comes every month. Social media payouts can happen randomly. Like Facebook paid me $12 one month and then paid me $6 this month. So that's not like a true level of income, right? But this is layered income. And that's the part that people miss out on. They worry so much about finding just foundational income that they don't realize that income can come from different locations as well. Okay. So with that, you guys have the ability to do authority, and our authority of establishing yourself online helps build opportunity. Yes. All right. So what I'm trying to get to, and this is all I have for the ending, but what I want you guys to understand is that the real difference, the actual part that a lot of people miss out on. And do you see this big block that it made for me? Do you see it? I guess it's this way. See this massive block it made for me? I don't know what's that, so just ignore this. I think it's so funny. Okay. But the real difference that you guys have to learn is that most agents focus only on commission. They don't focus on the fact that they can get commission from several different locations just because we're travel advisors, okay? But what I want you to understand, and as you grow into an experienced advisor, you will learn that income can be layered. It's okay to get income from different places. It's okay to build up a team just so you guys don't have to pay your monthly fee and yet bring in extra 10% commission. We love that, right? Like, that is what I want you guys to understand. Now, along with that, production increases percentages. So the more different ways I find to produce things, whether it's just on YouTube, whether it's on social media, whether it's, building into a platform of just blogging, right? All of that has a certain production level, which increases my ability to make money. Along with it comes the structure that builds into the stability because I'm building different types of structure. If you guys watch my training on Tuesday, I specifically told you guys experienced advisors do not rely on one type of platform for income. Including that platform is booking. We don't rely just on bookings to make income. We find other ways to make income through our bookings. And this is what I'm talking about. All right. So travel advising is a business model, not just bookings. That's exactly what I'm trying to get to. Okay. Our true business foundation is booking travel, but there are several different ways, like I just showed you, that you guys can go out there and make income through the travel industry, whether it's booking links, whether it's talking on different platforms, whether it's social media payouts, whether it's extra commission from doing what you're already doing. Okay, there are ways for you guys to make income. So that is all I will leave you with tonight. Go ahead and make sure that you guys like this video, share it with your teams, open their minds to all the different ways that they can make income in the travel industry. And make sure that you comment if it helped. All right. I will, of course, see you guys on Tuesday next week, where I'm going to be talking about commission breakdown, to where you stop leaving money on the table. I'm going to show you guys all the different platforms you guys can make extra commission on. Yes. So make sure you join me then. And of course, if you are with Evolution Archer, make sure you join me tomorrow, where I will be talking about what social media platform to use and why. All right. So I'm going to head over to my chat box now, where I will meet you guys there. Make sure you comment anything if you have questions, or if you need help, go ahead and comment there, and I will see you. And if not, I will see you tomorrow on Corporate Zoom. Bye for now.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4,